Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, the Judith TV show, where I talk about marriage and marriage related issues. My name, guys, as you all know, is Judith. Welcome to today's video. I want to talk about the hurting decisions that people make after they must have gotten married. The hurts, the betrayals, having children, or discovering that there's children outside of marriage, and what have you. As a matter of fact, the discovery that you make after getting married to somebody, the hurting decisions to take thereafter. If you recall, guys, I made a video in which I talked about what the period of courtship is all about and how to go about finding someone that God has for you. Now, in those videos, especially where I talked about what the period of courtship is all about, I said basically that the period is a period to make findings, thorough findings from the family to the person in question. It's not just a time to be, holding hands together and then letting the whole world know I'm engaged after all. There's nothing wrong in that. But that shouldn't be lost sight of. The depth findings shouldn't be lost sight of. Having said that, guys, when you didn't do that and somewhere along the line you were just carried away and you guys ended up getting married, and after getting married for like some years, then you start discovering some things. There are people that the woman that they married is after like 5, 6, 7 years thereabout, they'll now discover that the woman had a child out of wedlock. Most times the child will be their mother, would be with her mother or her grandmother. And each time they come, it will always be auntie, so the man wouldn't know. So some of them, a good number of the people, is always after marriage. Some, it's after marriage that they now discovered. And your guess is as good as mine, the kind of hurting decision that the guy will now take. There are also some men that you discover that they also have a child outside of wedlock. There are some men that you discover that after marrying somebody, they discover that he has been married somewhere, he's still married to that person, even with 2 or 3 children. So these are the kind of things you ought to have, try to find out before you say I do. But a good number of people are carried away and then, they just go into the marriage like that. And by the time they now discover this, it becomes a big problem. Because going outside of the marriage that time, divorcing that time, separating that time, it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. However, the reason why I want us to discuss about it, I've always said that it's for us to discuss it because the comment section is our meeting point where you let me know your school of thought and everything. You have heard mine, okay? Or you're hearing mine now. So you let me know yours at the comment section, which is our meeting point. Okay. Now, when people keep a blind eye to such very vital issues to know at the initial before getting it or before saying I do, at the end of the day, it comes back hurting. Now, when you marry a woman, for instance, and you have no idea that she had a child out of wedlock, there's absolutely nothing wrong in having a child out of wedlock. In fact, it's even better than going to take out the child or to take out the baby. But the thing is, let your spouse know, let your intended know. If you hide it from him, then that's a problem. Because by the time he gets to know, you know what that does? It shatters the trust in that relationship. It will be difficult for that man to trust you again. As a matter of fact, there's nothing you take. In fact, you take it with a pinch of salt. And you don't want that. For how long? This is a marriage, is a lifetime relationship. So for how long is that going to be? So as a matter of fact, that is the more reason why I said it. I also said that in one of my videos. That time that the guy is head over heels in love with you, running after you, calling you every other time, asking of your wife, that's the best time to drop that information. You know how you can do that? Call whatever name he is. See, I know you're a good man, but I don't think I'm good enough for you. The guy would be like, what? Who is saying that? That you say yes, because I have something to tell you. And the guy will be like, okay, what is it? He say, I have a child when I was in secondary school. There was this guy that were on the same, we live in the same street, this, that. At the end of the day, I became pregnant for him, and my parents didn't want me to take out the baby, and I didn't want to take out the baby, so I had the child. It's a baby boy or it's a baby girl. See, if that guy gets to know and he goes ahead to marry you, you can be sure that for life he has you covered. For life. But if you don't tell him and he gets to know, he will take a hurting decision that you too you will not like. And at the end of the day, people will now get to know probably what you are hiding. I also did a video where I talked about that one. Somebody told me to do that video. Somebody told me the story. A guy that hid his HIV status from the girl he wanted to marry. And then instead of going to the church where they worship to go and do the marriage, the guy, cleverly deceived her into going to another church. All in the name that, the church where they worship, they waste time. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to lose you, because the church will insist on getting a medical report from their medical team. You don't go outside of the church to do that. So the guy cleverly deceived her into going to another place, and they went to another church and got married there. You know what, guys? 6 or 8 months later, the lady discovered. You know what? She just went straight, tested herself, discovered that she's not, she's free. She just said, "What? Look, this marriage is over." The guy pleaded, and he said the marriage is over. So when I did that video, I was like, okay, guy, you that didn't tell the person that you want to marry, such a serious issue. Now you are hiding it from her. Now, if she moves out of your house 8 months after marriage, you don't think that people will start asking? People will get to know, why did you move out, or what happened? Even her parents, even your own parents. So at the end of the day, what you're hiding, people will now get to know. But if you had told her ab initio, if she wants to go in, fine. If she doesn't want to go in, you leave it at that. But now you didn't tell her, and then she took that hurting decision. That's what I'm talking about in this video too. To avoid that hurting decision, let your spouse, let your intended know who you are. There's nothing to hide about it. Listen, the one that is for you, if you tell him or her, the person will accept you. The person will accept you. The reason why I insist on you telling the person initially or ab initio is because you don't go to where you are tolerated, you go to where you are celebrated. If you let this guy know, if you let this lady know, and he or she accepts it, you'll be celebrated. Because he knows whatever thing anybody now comes to tell him or her, he already knows about you. So he's at home with that. There's no quarreling, there's no nothing as far as that issue is concerned, except if it's for another thing. But for that particular issue, there's no quarreling, there's nothing about that. There's no issue about that. But when you hide it, how do you expect the guy to feel? How do you expect the lady to feel by the time she discovers? I know of a guy that was on a lady's case to marry her, and at the end of the day, he married this lady and wedded her. Guys, only for this lady. In fact, she became pregnant and gave birth to a baby, their first child. Only for this lady, after giving birth to that child, to discover that this man is married to someone else. They are still married. That's why I said is. They are still married with 3 children. So you begin to wonder. When I was told the story, I was like, okay, what do you now want? Why did you hide it from her? If you know you don't want the other one, you could have just told her, look, I don't want this relationship. Then you end it. Or you tell her if there's a problem you're experiencing there. But you hid it from her. You got married to her, wedded her in the church. And she had the baby for you. Only for her now to, not even that you told her, she now discovered on her own. How wicked can people be? How just wicked can people be? So you have decided to cage that one now. Meanwhile, the one that you are still married to her. The 3 children are still there for you. What's that now? That's wickedness now. That's not fair. That's not fair. Okay? So, because the process of divorce is not an easy thing. It's just not an easy thing. So that's why I made this video, and I said, okay, let me make this video and then let us know that rather than waiting for these hurting decisions that will end up hurting you at the end of the day, breaking you, it is better you let whatever thing you believe is the secret of your life, just let the person know. If that person is for you, the person will stay. If that person is not for you, the person will not stay. You move on. But I tell you the truth, if the person is reasonable, you will think of the fact that for you to open up to tell me this, it's better I deal with the devil I know than the one I don't know. That's just the truth about the matter. So guys, ladies, can we just be more careful? Can we just play safe? Can we just play safe? So that we don't go into a relationship that we know that will have a bag of secrets, and at the end of the day, by the time the thing is revealed, or the time the thing is discovered, then a hurting decision follows. And at the end of the day, it's all tears, it's all you're broken down, and before another person will come for you, whether as a man, as a woman, the story must have spread. So the person will also hear. So who has now lost out? Guys, listen, it's not worth it. Let the person know. Let the person know. If he or she is for you, like I said earlier, the person will stay. If the person is not for you, the person will go. Bye to the person. See, your own will come. Your own that will value you for being honest enough. That person will come, and that person will value you for that particular virtue. That's all I want to say on this video, guys. I don't know what you think. Remember our meeting points, the comment section, which is always free and open. Please let me know your school of thought, right? Okay, guys, that's it all on this video. Thank you so very much for watching as usual. Please, I am begging you people, subscribe now. Why are you people doing like this now? Please subscribe to this channel now. Let me know if there's anything you want us to talk about. Please comment on this video, like it, give it a thumbs up. No, please. Please, I'm begging you people. I made the please twice, so what should I make it 3 times? Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you people, honestly, for your support and for your encouragement. Always being there for me, guys. Thank you so very much. God bless you all. God reward you all, okay? I'll see you guys in my next video, guys. Bye for now. Take care.